hard for you to understand what a woman is thinking, paying attention to how she uses her body to communicate can be really helpful. Here are 14 body language signs she's attracted to you. She leans in. If a woman is interested in you, she might sit closer or lean towards you when you talk. This makes you feel closer and more connected. If she leans in and tilts her head, it means she's really charmed by you. She might also stretch out her leg or arm in your direction, showing she's open and wants to be closer to you. Her legs point towards you. Pay attention to how she places her legs and feet. It's a positive sign if she crosses her legs towards you or points her feet in your direction. Also, it's a good sign if she sits with her legs crossed at the ankles and her knees facing you. This makes her hips look wider and her legs appear slimmer. This is something she might do without even realizing it, and it can be a sign of her natural fertility. Her shoulder will move toward you. Have you ever noticed a woman looking back over her shoulder or lifting it up? It might seem innocent, but it can also remind people of a woman's chest and overall health. When a woman looks sideways over a raised shoulder, it brings attention to her curves and the roundness of her face. This shows a hormone called estrogen, makes the neck look more delicate, and releases special scents called pheromones. Women tend to do this without even thinking when they're trying to flirt. Her voice changes. Good news for you! Guys are usually better at understanding hints from the way people talk compared to other ways of showing feelings without words. When a girl likes you, you might notice her voice changing. It might sound higher, louder, or more friendly and affectionate. Even if she doesn't mean to do it on purpose, it could still mean she's interested in you. She'll accidentally touch you. Girls often find reasons to touch someone they like. They usually won't do it directly, unless they're really close to you, so they'll find a sneaky way to do it that looks like an accident. Maybe she lightly touches your arm, or her fingers brush against yours, or she bumps into you. You might think, oh, that was just a mistake. But you're probably mistaken. When it comes to body language, there's no such thing as accidents. So, don't confuse an accidental touch with a real accident. If you notice her touching you once, it might be a mistake. That's true. But if it happens again and again, she might actually be interested in you. Her gaze lingers. Besides regular eye contact during a nice chat, pay attention to how she looks at you. If she keeps looking at you when your eyes meet for a while, it could mean she's interested. She might also take quick looks or gaze at you with affection when she thinks you're not watching. It's also a good sign if she's smiling. If you notice her looking at you a lot, or if she gives you strong, flirty looks, she might be trying to tell you something. She has dilated pupils. There are several reasons why her pupils might get bigger, like using too much drugs or alcohol, changes in light, or feeling scared. But another common reason is a rush of love hormones called oxytocin and dopamine. These hormones surge when she feels a strong physical attraction. When her pupils dilate, it's a strong sign that she's attracted to you. This happens naturally as her brain reacts to her desire. Her eyesight and side vision get better so she can see you clearly and keep you in her view. Her face will show desire. Did you know that women's faces often show more feelings than men's? If you look closely, a woman who's interested in you will show signs of attraction on her face. You might be familiar with the 7 different quick facial expressions, and you might wonder, is there an expression for desire? Well, you're right. Desire isn't one of those 7 basic expressions. However, we can still see desire in a woman who's attracted to you, especially in her lips and eyes. Her lips will slightly part. Are her lips a bit open? This also looks similar to certain female body parts. It's like a hint of attraction. Her eyes might flutter. She might blink her eyes quickly at you. This could be more noticeable if she tilts her head down a little. She appears approachable. If a woman is interested in you and hopes you'll come over to talk, she'll try to seem approachable. Usually her arms will be down and not crossed, and she'll look relaxed with her shoulders pushed back and her stomach pulled in to look more appealing. She might shift her position to get rid of any things that might be in the way between you, like a chair or even other people. She's trying to make a clear path into her personal space, making it simpler for you to get closer and connect. She'll blink more often. Dr. David Givens, who leads the Center for Nonverbal Studies, explains that a rapid eye blink or eyelash flutter suggests an increase in someone's mental alertness. When a woman starts blinking faster all of a sudden, you may have sparked a higher level of sexual interest. You might observe this quick blink when you're sharing an impressive story about yourself being cool, exciting, or funny. It's a subtle way of expressing, "You've really caught my attention." She mirrors you. Some call it mirroring. Others call it copying. When people find someone interesting or attractive, they often start behaving in similar ways, and it can happen without them even realizing it, or they might do it on purpose. For example, if you cross your legs or reach for your drink, she might do the same. She could also adjust the way she talks, matching the tone or pace of your speech. If she's mimicking your expressions, actions, and style, there's a good chance she's attracted to you. She'll stick her chest out. Because the chest area is a strong signal of attraction, women who are interested in you might push their chests forward to highlight their curves. You might observe her leaning in closer, pulling her shoulders back, and standing a bit taller to show off her assets more. She'll do a hair flip. If you've ever watched television, chances are you've seen those Dove or Pantene commercials. Most of them share one thing in common: incredibly dramatic hair flips. When women flirt, they often toss their hair or touch their neck. This is because it exposes the armpit, which releases certain hormones, showcases the graceful curve of the neck, and highlights shiny, healthy hair. Hair flipping is a way to grab attention. Our eyes are naturally drawn to the hair when a woman flips it. It's a non-verbal way of saying, "Look at how healthy and beautiful my hair looks." Interestingly, even with coma patients, studies have shown that they try to follow movement with their eyes. She'll lick her lips. A woman's outer genital lips have a similar thickness to her facial lips in proportion. While this might sound a bit explicit, lips serve as a form of self-mimicry, meant to symbolize the female genital area. When she's attracted to you, she might lick her lips to make them shinier and more inviting. This action also draws attention to her lips due to the movements of her tongue. Licking her lips can also indicate that her mouth is getting dry. However, in the context of attraction, it could be a sign, as increased attraction often leads to a faster breathing rate, which can cause dryness. Additionally, you might observe her wearing glossy or red lipstick. Women often do this to highlight their lips and draw attention to them. If you liked today's video, please give us a like and subscribe for more content like this.